Did you know that you're being lied to about your car? These 3 truths will save you thousands or get you arrested. Number 3, yeah, let's not look stupid in front of so many people. This week we're exposing the illegal mods that actually work but could land you in jail. Scary. Habits that'll make your car outlive your dog. A bit weird. The smart features that are dumb as rocks for reliability, which is a waste of our time. Hit that like and subscribe button. This is the car advice your dealer fears. First off, we've got the underground mods that add 50 horsepower and 500% more legal trouble. We're hitting the illegal car mod scene where the builds are wild and the cops don't play. These mods aren't just for show. They come with tickets, tows, and court dates. If you want speed, sound, and street cred, you're risking it all. Buckle up. It's loud, fast, and borderline illegal. First stop on this illegal mod list, rip out the cat and you'll free up your exhaust, boost throttle response, and maybe squeeze out an extra 10 to 20 horsepower, especially if you're running a turbo. The sound, louder, deeper, and raw. But here's the catch. It's illegal everywhere in the US. You'll fail emissions and you could be hit with fines up to $25,000 per violation. Plus, you're dumping up to 5 times more pollutants into the air, so you're not just risking your wallet, but everyone's lungs too. Next is the digital Wild West, reflashing your car's brain to disable emissions controls and unlock up to 50 extra horsepower. Suddenly your engine is sharper, quicker, and more responsive, but it's federally illegal, can void your warranty, and a bad tune can fry your engine. Detection tech is getting better every year, so getting caught is just a matter of time. Then we move to swap in an aftermarket intake, recalibrate the sensors, and you're looking at 15 to 25 horsepower gains with the right tune. The engine breathes easier, especially if you're boosted, but if you mess with emissions-related sensors, you're breaking federal law, and a botched install can actually hurt performance or trigger engine codes. Most brands slap a race use only label on these kits for a reason. How about a resonator or muffler delete? Want your car to sound like a track monster? Yank those out and you'll get a more aggressive note and maybe 5 to 15 more horsepower. But you'll also violate noise ordinances. Fines can be $1,000 or more in places like California, and you might make more enemies in your neighborhood than friends for the hardcore ones. This is a must for high power builds to keep fuel delivery consistent and prevent engine knock, but it bypasses emissions vapor systems, making it technically illegal, and if installed poorly, it's a fire hazard waiting to happen. Airbag suspension conversions are another favorite. Swap out your factory suspension for adjustable airbags, and your car can drop low for shows or rise up for speed bumps. The handling gains are real, but these systems often violate DOT safety standards and can void your insurance. Plus, they're highly visible. Law enforcement will spot them a mile away. And finally, we are ditching variable valve timing, which lets you push for higher RPMs and more aggressive cam profiles, but you'll spike your emissions and probably ruin drivability for street use. It's a race-only move, and you'll need a technical inspection to even spot it. Now for some rapid-fire fun facts. Did you know that over 50,000 cars get ticketed every year in the US for illegal mods? Or that a properly tuned nitrous oxide system can turn your sedan into a quarter-mile rocket, but it's banned on public roads almost everywhere for good reason? And while underbody neons might look cool, they're a surefire way to get pulled over in most states. Saving the wildest of the last is the nitrous oxide systems. Hit the button and you get a massive surge of power, enough to turn an average car into a street legend. But what are the risks for this wild mod? Engine failure, explosions, and a big red flag for law enforcement. It's high risk, high reward, and best left for the drag strip, not the highway. So what's the bottom line? These illegal mods can transform your car's performance and personality, but every extra pony comes with a legal and ethical price tag. From fines and failed inspections to environmental harm and insurance nightmares, the risks are real. If you're building for the track, go wild. But if you're driving on public roads, think twice before you cross the line. Now this might be boring, but we have got to talk about the habits that mechanics use to hit 500,000 miles, but still sit through it. Your car is dying faster than it should. That noise, it's your wallet screaming. Because right now your car is aging 10 years for every 50,000 miles. But these 12 habits, they'll make it outlive your mortgage. Most cars get scrapped before 200,000 miles. Not because they're old, but because their owners ignored these dirt cheap fixes. Today you'll learn the exact habits that keep fleet trucks running past 500K, starting with the #1 rust mistake you're probably making right now. 12. Kill rust before it kills your car. Did you know that 90% of rust starts where you can't see? Road salt is eating your car's bones right now. Factory undercoatings, they failed in just 3 years. But here's the fleet mechanic trick. High pressure wash the undercarriage every 2 weeks in winter and spray oil-based coating like fluid film once a year. 11. The 20-minute highway ritual. You should be a bit worried if your engine is drowning. Short trips leave your engine cold and wet. Moisture mixes with oil to create sludge, the #1 killer of city-driven cars. The fix? Once a week, take the highway for 20 minutes, get the oil hot enough to vaporize all that gunk. 10. Never let your fuel dip below 1/4 tank. Don't ever let your fuel pump start screaming. That fuel pump, it uses gasoline to stay cool, run on fumes, and you're literally baking it to death. Plus, sludge at the tank bottom gets sucked into your engine. Refill at 1/4 of the tank. Your fuel system will last 3 times longer. 9. Power steering fluid, liquid gold. Now listen up, since most owners never change this. This gunk should be cherry red. When it turns to tar, your $2,000 steering rack grinds itself to dust. Change it every 50k miles. It's cheaper than a Starbucks habit. 8. Differential flushes are non-negotiable. Your differential oil looks like crap after 60,000 miles. Your differential takes more abuse than a rental Mustang. Fresh gear oil prevents this metal glitter from turning your gears into scrap. $100 every 50,000 miles saves you $5,000 later. 7. Fix small leaks today. A $20 gasket to a whopping 4,000 grand rebuild. That drip under your car? It's a countdown clock. Small leaks become big fast. A $20 valve cover gasket today beats a new engine next year. 6. Transmission CPR. This will kill the transmission in the long run, so never shift while moving. Always use your parking brake, and change transmission fluid every 60,000 miles, unless you enjoy $3,000 repair bills. 5. Cold engine murder. 0 to 60 in 10 seconds when cold is equal to a 50% less wear. Revving a cold engine is like sprinting with frozen muscles. Drive gently for 5 minutes first. Your piston rings will thank you. 4. PCV valve equals silent killer. A $15 part to a $1,500 oil leak is just mind-blowing. This $15 valve prevents pressure from blowing out your seals. Change it every 30,000 miles or pay for new gaskets later. 3. Brake fluid flushes. The moisture will equal spongy pedal ad on an expensive 800 ABS repair. Brake fluid absorbs water like a sponge. Flush it every 3 years, or your brakes will fail when you need them most. 2. Cooling system secrets. One overheat is equals to a shocking $3,000 in damage, so don't forget to check the coolant monthly. Flush every 5 years. One overheat can warp your engine forever. 1. OEM parts or pay the price. A cheap oil filter has a 75% less protection, which none of us want. That bargain air filter, it lets in dirt that sandblasts your engine. Always use OEM or better. Your car's lifespan depends on it. Which habit will you do first? Comment oil if you're changing your PCV valve next weekend, or rust if you're undercoating your car. We'll feature the best stories. Next up are the innovations that'll have you begging for a 1990s Corolla. In short, stupid car features. Modern cars promise luxury, tech, and convenience, but at what cost? In this video, we'll reveal the hidden downsides of the latest automotive features so that you can make smarter choices before your next big purchase. Imagine this. Engine hum fades to silence thanks to the start-stop system designed to save you fuel, but as the city pulses around you, what you don't see is the silent toll. Battery and starter working overtime, the engine enduring dozens of restarts a day, each one shaving a little off its lifespan. Feels like a clever way to save at the pump can quickly become a recurring visit to your mechanic, your savings evaporating with every jump start and replacement part. Now slide your hand over the dashboard. Gone are the reassuring clicks of old-school buttons, replaced by a glossy touchscreen. It's sleek and futuristic, until the system lags or freezes, leaving you sweating in the summer heat with no way to adjust the climate. The promise of high-tech convenience turns sour when a single glitch means a costly trip to the dealer, and you're left longing for the simplicity of analog controls. Moving on, imagine a flat tire on a lonely stretch of road. You pop the trunk only to find a tire mobility kit where a spare should be. For a small puncture, you might be in luck. But for a blowout, you're stranded, cursing the day your car maker chose a patch kit over a real spare. The frustration is real, especially when damaged tire sensors add insult to injury. Now we pop the hood and you'll see a marvel of modern packaging, every inch packed tight for aerodynamic efficiency. But when something goes wrong, that cramped engine bay turns every repair into a puzzle, driving up labor costs and trapping heat that wears out parts faster than ever. Suddenly, the beauty of a sleek design is overshadowed by the pain of double-sized repair bills. Slide behind the wheel and you're greeted by a constellation of buttons. Steering wheel controls promise fingertip mastery, but with every new function comes a new way for things to break or distract you at the worst moment. One wrong press and you're fumbling for the right setting, activating those features you never meant to use. Here's a situation: you approach your car, key fob in hand. Keyless entry feels like magic until it isn't. When the system fails or the fob's battery dies, you're locked out of your own ride. Worse yet, these systems are magnets for hackers and thieves, making convenience feel more like a security risk. Next, we've got you reaching for the shifter and find a button or dial instead of a sturdy lever. It looks modern, but when electronics fail, you can end up stuck in park at the worst possible time, helpless as traffic piles up behind you. You hit the gas and feel the surge of a turbocharged engine, a marvel of engineering, packing more power into a smaller package. But that power comes at a cost: higher temperatures, more stress, and a thirst for meticulous maintenance. The thrill of acceleration is always shadowed by the dread of a big repair bill. Cylinder deactivation is another clever trick, shutting off part of the engine to save fuel, but this feature too can backfire, leading to misfires and expensive repairs down the line. What starts as a smooth, efficient ride can quickly turn into a rough, costly ordeal. Direct injection promises better fuel economy and performance, but it also brings carbon buildup that chokes the engine over time, demanding expensive cleaning. Efficiency today, headaches, and a little heartache tomorrow. You see here is another liability for car owners. Push a button for the parking brake and marvel as it engages electronically. But when the system fails, you may find yourself stuck in your own driveway, unable to move an inch without a costly fix. Dual clutch transmissions offer lightning-fast shifts, giving you a taste of the racetrack, but they can be jerky, unreliable, and notoriously expensive to repair, turning daily commutes into a gamble car and life-wise. Continuously variable transmissions, CVTs, promise seamless acceleratio, but in many models they're prone to failure and costly replacements. The smooth ride can snap without warning, leaving you stranded, and we don't want that. Air suspension lets you glide over bumps, adjusting ride height at the touch of a button, but leaks and failures are common and repairs can cost as much as a used car. One moment you're floating on air, the next you're grounded, wallet in hand. Driver assist systems, lane keeping, auto steering sound like the future, but false alarms and sensor failures mean more trips to the shop. When the tech works, it's a marvel. When it doesn't, it's a headache. It's literally a coin toss here on out. And finally, digital gauge clusters replace classic dials with vibrant screens. But when those screens glitch, you're left blind to your speed, fuel, and warnings, facing a repair bill that's anything but virtual. The most dazzling features can be the most dangerous to your wallet. The digital dash, one glitch, and you're flying blind. From start-stop systems to digital gauge clusters, these 16 upgrades might look cool, but they can turn your car into a ticking time bomb for reliability. Which feature surprised you the most? If you found this breakdown helpful, show your support. Like, share, and subscribe for more honest car talk. Hit the bell so you never miss a reveal, as we unlock the world of cars one vault at a time. So what's it gonna be? Roll the dice on a glitchy future or put your faith in a legend that just won't die? Flood that comment section for your worst car habit if you're done playing it dumb and ready to look sharp. But hey, if you'd rather stay clueless, that's your call. Hold up, don't bounce just yet. Next week, we're diving deep into the shadows of Elon Musk's Tesla empire. Glitches, cover-ups, and maybe even the real reason his bromance with Trump is cracking. Yeah, we're going there. So if you care about your car or just don't want it randomly shut down, stick with us as we unlock the world of cars one vault at a time. This isn't just a video. It might save your license.